Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning to some. Oh, and good evening maybe to some. Who knows? Um, welcome to Sundays 11:11 on the couch. Um, I am so happy to be back with you guys. I have missed you. It feels like years and years.
I know. We're happy to have you back. And I just noticed right before we went live your shirt.
Yes.
It's awesome.
So it is back on demand because I wore it on Friday nights live and it got so many comments, and even backstage got a lot of comments. So I thought, I'm going to wear it again.
It is fantastic. I got to get one of those. I love that.
So it's Etsy, guys. Go on Etsy. You just type in "Regulate Dick, Not Jane" t-shirt, and you'll get a bunch of options. So
beautiful.
Get yourself one.
Yeah, I think everyone should need one of those shirts.
Right. It's become our new uniform.
Look at what I just pinned.
Yes. This is the uneducated view today, for sure.
Yeah.
We're all
nailed it.
Nailed it. Feeling our energy today, lawyer. Yeah. So it's Etsy. It's where it was really one of the only places I could find it. I looked on several different sites, but Etsy has a ton of options. So
nice.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that every channel, all the readers are reading on all the topics right now, but we're here too, and we can dive into different things. But I did want to start off today looking at, for some reason, Beto was on my mind this morning, and so I wanted to kind of dive into Beto. So for the uneducated view, Beto's running for governor or something. Texas. So, and we want him to win. Now, when I've read on him before, like way when he was just putting his hat in. Hi, Renee, Tarot Love Community in the house. Thank you. I kind of got that it was going to be hard, and that I got that he didn't win, and a possibility that there was probably some cheating going on. However they do that there.
No, that would never happen, would it?
That would never happen in Texas.
I know. I've gotten an interference vibe with him.
Yeah, some kind of interference, some kind of challenge there, because as far as the polls are, I feel like he's up, and so there should be no challenge. However, and then he did that where he marched in on that news press or whatever it was, and I felt a little bit of a shift in his favor, and I feel like his polls went up after that. However, let's look into this energy again.
Okay.
Where does the energy fit? Where does it sit now with him coming out on top with this election in Texas?
Okay.
And yeah,
I like what Marie Henson.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot of cow poo here in Texas.
I was going to say thank you to whoever it was, but it's under my name. So. Thank you.
You're welcome, Freebird.
So if you guys don't, if you're all confused, Lisa has control of my thing, so she can talk in there too. She can say a lot of shit in there, and you'll all think it's all right. So so Beto. How's it looking? Exactly. Oh my gosh. All right.
A lot of manure.
A lot of manure. Gosh, he's working it hard. He has a spirit team around him as well. They're showing me a huge spirit team around him. Security. We need to up security for him as well. I think that's why he has all that angel energy around him. Because what they're telling me is what's happening with him stepping into this is that he's pressing up against hundreds of years of oppression and dominance.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just the guy he's running against. Literally in the spiritual realm and the energy there, he's up against all that. So we need to add that to our prayers because he's up against hundreds of years of dominance.
Mm-hmm.
I've got good cards on him.
Okay, good. So
that's interesting. I didn't.
You didn't. A couple represent the struggle, but I think I got good cards over here. My struggle cards are the 2 of Coins and the 6 of Swords. This is totally him trying to find balance through the whole thing and trying to come out clean on the other side. I think this represents the struggle for sure, that he's going to have to go through a lot of stuff before he gets the butterfly phase.
Is that the 5 of Swords?
This is the 6 of Swords.
Okay, good.
Calmer waters thing.
Good.
I got the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And I'm seeing this as all about truth and really being able to pull through. And it might even be a case of even he might be able to convey some things in his own support that might make the others. God, how am I saying this? What am I saying? I think he's got the potential to come forward with some very interesting information that could actually give him a little bit of a boost, is what I'm feeling. I got the 7 of Coins too, and I think this is all about growth. I think he's really trying to work on his campaign and what he can do to win. I think he's got a good team around him, is what I'm getting with this card.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I've got. But he is going to have to go through some stuff. That's what I'm getting with that.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go through. Right out of my deck, I have the Tower. So there you go, Lisa, what you're talking about, that he's going to go through some stuff.
Yeah.
The Tower, and then with the Fox. So there's going to be a lot of mischievousness, a lot of people, to move with caution with the Tower card. This is caution with the Tower. He is surrounded by good people. I have the 3 of Cups with hugging you. So those that are working in his camp are really kind of surrounding him, helping him to move forward. But then my last card here, I got the 10 of Swords. So this is the card of being stabbed in the back. But I have that with the Freebird card. So, even though being stabbed in the back, I feel like that he really still is going to persevere and push through all of that. But at the base of my deck, I do have the good news card with the Page of Swords.
Wow.
So, he's definitely going to go through some things. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes trickiness and slyness and people doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So that's what I have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't feel he's, I feel like we're going to go through the voting and it's going to show that he didn't win. Still, and that's what I got way at the beginning a long time ago. And it's still showing, unfortunately, in so many ways. First of all, it's just a shit show, and I love when this card. It's just showing that these leaders do not want him in there, and they're going to do whatever it takes to keep him out, right? And he is working hard. You have the toil and labor, but again, that energy of that. Is my sound okay, you guys? I was playing with it earlier.
You sound a little echoey, but we hear you. You're fine. But
We're good.
It's good.
I don't want to be echoey. Hi, Kevin, Healing Medium. We love you.
Hi, Kevin.
It's echoey. Jeez, you guys.
It's not a big echo, Debbie.
It's not bad enough to where you have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Is that better?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when what they were showing me, what my spirit team was showing me with him, with those angels around him, and him having to push through that energy, hundreds of years of oppressive energy, and here you go, and that's what they're showing here. But he, So right here in the middle of the reading, I don't see him. It's going to show that he's not in there. However, and it's awful. It's like I got every bad card: despair, imprisonment, poverty. It's horrible. Everybody's like, what? And it just doesn't make any sense because he's not prepared. We're getting this information, but he's not prepared. So this is awful. However, I feel like he's going to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I feel like he's going to go in and make and find out that the person, the money and the thief, right? So the money guy and the thief coming to, like, there to reveal them, or this person. This is a combination, that wealthy man and thief. You can combine that. Follow the money. Texas is, right? They have a lot of money.
I like that. Follow the money.
Follow the money. If they want that Republican in, he's gonna be in. And so it's gonna be a shock and confounding, but at the end of it, I got the star. So there is hope for something, because I also, when I read before, it showed him something coming out of this that's good for him. But yeah.
It's like my Page of Pentacles, something solid, something new, something coming in at the base of the deck there.
Yeah.
Good news.
But I just can't believe I got these 3 in a row. I mean, this is just awful. I can imagine this is shocking. Will be shocking to everybody and to all those, because the polls are showing him I feel like, am I wrong? The polls are showing him up, and he is very, he's gaining more, like abilities there. All right.
Big hugs to Texas.
I was going to say, personally, I don't know how I feel about following the polls. I think the polls are misleading a lot of the time.
It's like I know
throw that out there, but
how do they even get the polls? Is what I want to know.
Right. I mean, we've talked about that. I'm not sure of the source of the polls.
They used to call you on the phone. Your home phone. So I don't know how they do polls anymore.
Especially since nobody has a home phone unless you're,
So let's read on Abbott now, because Abbott's who he's up against, right, Marie?
Yeah. He just dragged Abbott over recent power outages.
So let's read on Abbott. What's his outcome? So maybe we can get like a. What's going on here?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. There's Harley Girl says they are still done through landlines. So who are they getting? People who are, you know who has landlines? Scott. Oh, Scott. But you know what I mean. Who has landlines?
Landlines feel like AOL to me.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yes.
It's like, get off the phone. I'm trying to download something.
and someone to pick up the phone, you have to start all over again. Exactly.
Baby boomers. Aries, I'm a baby boomer. And I don't have a landline. Although I really want one.
That's so funny. My mom still has her landline.
Yeah, so does mine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same one, of course, it's the same one that I grew up with. Same phone number. Okay, Abbott.
Ooh.
This is interesting.
It is.
They're showing me Abbott sitting at a desk. You guys can help me with the symbolism here if y'all want to. I see him sitting at the desk. It's dark. He's facing a dark wall. There's not even a window. You know what I mean? And he's just sitting there, and it's like scheming. But
It's
then,
like what?
like he's scheming, and But then all of a sudden he starts to melt. It's the weirdest picture.
Is it too hot that day?
I know. No, well, we are talking Texas, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it's not a hot thing. It's more of like he just starts to disintegrate. You know what I mean?
Like the witch of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Kind of like that, but
Wizard
you
of Oz?
don't have the steam coming up. But literally, his skin just starts falling.
You know what? I'm laughing at you, but my cards don't make sense over here. So I don't know. I mean, there's something about that disappearing factor that I'm getting over here.
Oh, interesting.
I got wings. I got breath and guts. And when I get guts, I usually think about I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm serious, guys. I don't even know how to put all this together. I'll just show you the cards. I got moon. I got door. Like, is he?
Yes,
is he wanting out? Is that what that is? Does he want? Does he want to disappear?
That's secrets. There's some secrets coming out there.
And my last one I got is river.
I'm gonna send him up the river.
maybe secrets are going to come out that'll cause him to disappear.
Maybe
that's it. With that wings card, I was thinking about the whole fight or flight thing, too. But
okay,
I'm not sure. I'm not going to pretend like I am sure. I am not sure about my cards. I have no idea.
Well, mine are interesting. I have the Page of Wands. And I think he feels kind of good about himself right now. With the stars, this is the Destiny card. So I think he feels like he's in a good position. What's that?
What was the tarot card?
It was the Page of Wands.
Oh, okay.
Page of Wands with the stars. And then I have the Page of Swords with the snake. So, you know, him and his team, very sneaky. They're spying, being mischievous. The snake here is also slippery, lies, right? Distractions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But for my outcome, where I'm like, I got the Wheel of Fortune and the fish.
Oh boy.
So, and then at the base of my deck, I have the King of Wands, a born leader, visionary.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? That could be part of the cheating. I don't know.
It seems like there's a real cloudiness around Abbott right now, or something. There's something very mysterious there.
Okay.
Yeah, Constance says the snake can also be guts.
Oh yeah, certainly
Yeah.
can. Certainly can. I have quite a story going here. And I'm taking extra time with this, you guys, because I just feel like this race means a lot, even globally, a lot. And so we all are concerned about this. Connie wants to know if it has to do with GW. So we have, I don't even know what this means here with that either, but I do have, here he is. He's the mature man. He's the older guy in the race. But you have peace upside down. There's an unrest with him. And with that pile, you have the two swords over this. But it's two swords, two wands, but it's in reverse. I think he's losing ground here. And he knows it. He's concerned about this. He's losing connection. And he knows it. So you have the message of concern, you have the link, and you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. He's losing favor. He's losing that connection. He's losing favor. He knows it. So he's going to receive that. But you have those who, what I'm talking about, the big money that keep the Republicans in House, right? They keep them there. So he still has that group of people, but he's losing the main. He's losing regulars, the regular people. But he still has that big connection here, and that's our problem. That's where we are bummed out. Okay. However, and so I do feel like it does look like, they're going to make it look like even though he didn't get the votes, they're going to make it that he did get the votes. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is what my guides and the cards are telling us, and same with Sonja and Lisa's cards. So just remember that. But however, I do feel that this is good. They're going to figure it out. You see it going to court. You see it being solved. And you see the Ten of Pentacles. So you see it being solved. And here he goes. It's all revealed. And he goes away.
Fingers crossed.
I hope. This is quite a play out, and I know I threw a lot of cards on that, but I wanted you to see the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what I was showing you. And he's sitting in his office, and his skin starts falling off like the Lost Ark.
Ooh, like a snake sheds its skin.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey.
I did pull one more card, and I got the Ten of Swords for him as well.
Wow. Yay. Yeah.
So
It's going to be painful getting there, but I feel like it's going to be revealed.
All right.
At which point, I don't know how that works, but I've never seen this happen where they're able to show, yeah, here you go. Here's where it's all. And Beto did win. I mean, that's just, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. But we'll see.
that's
How can we
interesting.
stop it? Yeah, right?
Yeah. How are they cheating?
How are they cheating? Okay, let's look at that. That'll be interesting to see if we can bring something up with that. How are they cheating? And I hate to be that conspiracy thing, but
I've been doing the same thing. I'm like, I swear I'm not a conspiracy person. But
I am not. Yeah. So it's like, that's not my first go-to. They're cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody could win. Red color.
But some of it is very intriguing.
it is.
Jeffrey says the river keeps saying things are moving away.
Yeah.
Good show this morning, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. I didn't know Jeffrey was here.
On Scott's channel. Okay.
Marie says we use paper ballots now.
Okay. How are we going to get in on that?
Voting machines in 2018.
Yeah, the voting machines in 2018 were a shit show. Scott, was it Scott? Jeffrey, was it? Oh, Nancy Jean shared a story because she worked the voting machines in Texas, and or she worked on whatever, and she shared a story about that, literally where she was helping her, going with a friend who was sick or disabled, and he kept voting for someone, and it kept coming up for the other person on the voting machine. And so they had to work that through and finally figure it out. So if it was happening to him, you know how many people it was happening to that didn't even know it was happening. So the machines are gone, so that's good. I wonder. So they've gone back to paper. Okay, so how are they gonna shoot here?
I've already got some cards.
All right.
All right. How are they cheating?
Janelle is feeling like Beto's gonna win. Janelle, I hope you are right. Yeah, it was Beto versus Cruz. That's right, Shay Kitty. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem. Oddly, I got the justice card. But if you look at the card, we're talking blind justice. I'm feeling like there's definitely somebody that kind of turns a blind eye toward what's happening. I think that might be part of it.
Oh, interesting.
With that's how I'm feeling with that card.
Oh, somebody's turning them.
I got the Knight of Swords, the Game Master. So this is my little manipulation card. Doesn't really specify the manipulation. However, moving on, I got Lovers and I got the Ten of Pentacles, Wealth. So definitely there's a money factor that pushes things in a certain direction. You know, maybe some incentives, some bribery, perhaps. I got the Seducer, Knight of Cups. So here we are with maybe some behind the scenes stuff. Okay, there's something about the process though, and then this is my next card, the Hangman. I don't know. Do they change the way that the voting happens? Do they change up the format of the ballots or the way the ballots come in? Or there's something about a different perspective of how to vote.
Well, I know they're going to all paper. So instead of the machines, they're going all paper.
Okay. All right. I got the 5 of Cups too. I got disappointment. So. They're going to all paper. You can't do it electronically anymore.
I guess in Texas they removed the machines. Mary said.
Interesting.
She said fill it out, put into a county machine.
Okay.
How can we be in such an evolved, right, society, but yet we still can't get the voting thing down? It's crazy.
How are they going to choose?
Those are all the cards I had them.
Okay. I'm sensing, why am I'm the one that's echoing, huh? Do you hear echo with me?
A little bit.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I'm sensing like there may be some ballots that are going to go missing. There's going to be definitely some confusion with the ballots. I have weirdo and bulldozer. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of weirdness going on behind the scenes. Bulldozer, I have circus. And I have compass. So I feel like people are not going to know what direction this is going on because it's going to be a circus. And then I also have smoke.
Yeah, they're smoking.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Amen. Yep. Chris said they changed the availability of voting sites as well.
Let me see. Is this better? Am I still echoey? Not as bad. I unplugged my microphone. No, I'm still there. What is that?
Well, now we can't hear you at all.
That's better. Keep it there.
Is that better? No, it's still echoey. I don't know what that is.
It's not so bad. We can't hear it.
Okay. No, I can. It makes me crazy. I don't know.
So, yeah, I feel like, so you have the leaders there. They definitely, and then you have that, I feel like they definitely are hiding some, taking, and that's what they were kind of showing me. So this is how they showed me. They showed me, going like this and putting stuff in their pockets. So to me, it's like they're taking and hiding. And then this came out and really talks about hiding in the dark, those votes. They already have it. They already have the plan in place. And you have the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Empress there. However, justice is coming and it's going to reveal, but it's going to take a little time. But they will be able to get down to it. But yeah, this is wow. This is how they're doing it. So when they put it into the machines, is it possible that they set the machines to every other beta vote goes to, every other beta goes to.
Is there no one regulating the machines? I guess I just don't understand. How much of a free-for-all is the voting in each state? I mean, is no one coming in up above, flying down, and taking a look at how everybody is submitting their votes?
You would think. But I guess it's up. It's not. I guess it's up to the individual states to take care of it.
Yeah, but you'd still have to have someone oversee that, I would think. I'm so confused about that. It's just weird to me.
I know. It doesn't make any sense. And I think that's part of the process, to keep people confused about the process.
Sure.
So that the cheating can happen.
That's my little Game Master card that I had there is how I feel. I think there's really
Yes.
I think you just nailed a little bit of something there, Sonja. I think there's an element about that makes it okay. You know, if you let everybody do their own thing, it does create that element of confusion. It's weird, very weird.
Yeah.
Because I've even talked about the way we vote here in Kentucky. In other states are like, "Oh, we don't do that," you know. But you know, and we know how the voting happens here. Look at McConnell, how he won with, you know, 10% popularity and 20% maybe liking him, and he ended up winning by like over 200%. It makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, the McConnell, oh my God. We were all screaming about that right when it happened. It's like, does not anybody see this? Like, why aren't they doing anything about it? And it's so weird that they don't, but they didn't get it. Chris says, reminder that the lawyers were assigned to all the polling sites during the Obama election. Oh, interesting. Wiki got her ballot yesterday.
Yeah.
Is the Texas Secretary of State cheating? So Marie was shouting about the Secretary of State, lawyers wondering if they're cheating. I got you, James. I got you in there. Thank you for that question. I think you're the first question up when we get done with my morning madness. Okay. Okay. So it is okay. So here's the question. Since we're still here, is the Texas Secretary of State involved in this? Good question. That you can use your pendulums on that, you guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a big hard yes on that. Pull a couple cards.
I did too. I got a yes too. This was my one purchase on my holiday. It's handmade. It's
that's beautiful. Is that a quartz?
No, I think it's glass.
Oh, just glass? That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then you have the metal around it. And it was the artist. It was made by a local artist, and I love that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do see that he's possibly part of that cheating.
Marie Henson says, yeah, he validates the counts. Wow.
Oh boy.
Well, nailed it.
There you go.
Yeah, what is it called? The uneducated view.
That's correct. Those need to be T-shirts. We should wear them every time we
need to. That could be our uniform.
I love it.
Use a different deck.
Literally, I pulled one card, you guys.
Oh gosh, okay.
So I'm gonna do a lead up onto this ego. So sit on the edge of your seat because this is funny.
Brace yourselves, guys.
Brace yourselves. I have all these decks I'm using, and literally I'm shuffling, and I'm like, nope. And I looked over and I'm like, I need to use that deck, and I pulled out that deck. I haven't used it in many moons.
Yes.
That's awesome. There it is.
Card drop.
Erupt.
I don't even want to throw anything.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
And we got yeses on we all got yeses on our nailed it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a yes.
Yeses on
I didn't
that.
say yes. I think I nodded, but yes, I got a yes on that.
We all got yeses on your pendulum, and yeah, there you go. There you go.
I
All
just
right.
pulled one card. I got the strength card, but look, it looks like feels like a yes in that. Like yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a yes card. I'm gonna put this in the prayer list here, lawyer. I just
That
started
is a good thing to put.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the prayer section that we have at the end. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we are gonna move on from this, and
And I think we can energetically protect it. Everyone needs to tap in. And if you're a person that does prayers, please add that to your prayers.
We are so powerful as a group. We can energetically do anything.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
oh, interesting, Connie. Because in one of my throws, she says the Secretary of State is Ruth Hughes. And I had a female involved in exposed on my first throw, and I didn't know what it meant. I'm like, what female are we talking about? So I just thought, well, sometimes cards come out like that, and I don't, just so that makes it a little bit more clear why that came up. Okay, James. Hi, James. One of the members of this channel. Thank you for being here.
Hey, James.
Love and light, and thank you for your unconditional support here, James.
Mm-hmm.
Will everything work out regarding climate change, environmental protections, clean energy, etc., and the end of coal and oil? Okay, again, we're fighting with big old money that pushing that Beto's doing in Texas. It's similar to this feel of pushing through hundreds and hundreds of years of oppression and dominance, which is interesting because, right, guys? So we just have to keep putting our feet one step in front of the other to push this through. What they're showing me right here, James, is when you do a tightrope and you have a team over here and a team over here. People just need to keep coming over onto this side of the, and keep pulling, and keep pressure on. Don't let go, and keep the pressure on. And eventually we will, they're showing me, eventually we will get them over that line, in the tug of war thing. So I'm going to go ahead and throw cards now. You guys.
I used my pendulum, and my pendulum did not move. Like, it didn't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. And it could be because there's so many elements to that question. But that's a big, important question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of looking at it as a whole, like a whole global shift with that. We have to beat out the dark money. I do feel like it's going to be successful. However, right now it's caught up. It's going to take a lot of work, and we have to get in there ourselves and communicate. Oh my gosh, it was just like. Do you mind if I go first here since it's right here?
I
Go
don't
ahead.
mind at all because I'm still figuring out which deck to use.
Okay, so you can see it's caught up in the tower. So it's caught up in it's kind of outside of our control. We can do as much as we can in our own little areas to create clean energy within our own environments the best we can. But it's going to take a lot of hard work to push those people in that dark money and who's in charge. But that's the key to success. We need to keep at it Keep at it. We need to be that loud voice. We need to continue this conversation and be loud. We need to, but it is coming. But we literally need to get in there and do this and do it ourselves, as well as continuing to be loud. And I just love this, James, this card that came out. Mother Earth, love her. We need to do that, that communication, because we can't continue the way we have been. So we need to keep shouting it out. See, like this, but regulate that old energy. And as we move forward, we just need to be louder than the other side of this. It's all about money, right, guys? You all know that. I'm preaching to the choir. It's all about money.
Money.
How many years ago? Was it 20 years ago, you guys? Chris probably knows this. Chris Wickens, you probably know this. When I feel it was at Ford. It was one of those companies that could have taken us electric. We could have all been electric by now. Electric cars. We could have already been working on this, and they knocked it down because oil.
Too expensive?
Money. They wanted money. The oil, the money, that whole industry that they're caught up in. But we all could have been. A lot of people were. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, I'm off my pedestal. You guys can go.
You can go ahead, Sonja.
So what I did, I want to look at clean energy versus the coal and the oil. So with the clean of energy, I have the Two of Wands. So, there's like looking at the different paths. There's decisions being made. And I feel like the end of the process, as far as I feel like this is more towards, this is a transformation card as well. So I feel like there's a transformation going with the clean energy. I have the Five of Pentacles. It's a hardship. It's not going to be something that's going to come easily, but eventually I think we will get there. I have the Ace of Pentacles. Now looking at the coal and oil industry, what that looks like. King of Blades. I feel like it's going to be going to court. There's going to be a lot of court things going on. Temperance. It's we're still going to be in that space for a while, kind of like this. As far as the coal and oil, it's not going anywhere right away. And you can see that here with the Nine of Cups. Those that are making money off of it, they're just enjoying the good life. But then I have the Seven of Coins. And I think the money is going to be going in a different direction, looking at things differently. And then the Three of Blades. Eventually, they're going to lose the battle. Yeah.
I used Scott's deck, and I just threw 3 cards. And I think my cards are indicating more of a timing thing. And I don't think it's going to be solved at this point. I think there's going to be a proposal of some sort that's going to be presented fairly soon. There's going to be a pivotal moment. The first card I got it says Catastrophe July, and we're in July. So I think this is kind of how we're feeling right now about things.
Yeah, I mean, look at the gas prices.
Yeah.
So even the gas prices hurt, right? I'll hold my. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, get excited. Get in there, girl. Go ahead. I don't mind when you do that. Go ahead. Say it.
I just feel like the gas prices right now, and I know we're like all freaking out, but it might be one of those things that is helping with this push or this pull or however you want to say it. It might be like, okay, we need some alternative ways here. So maybe we all are going through this, oh my God, the prices are so high. Well, hey, let's look at some alternative ways of doing things.
Hence the pivotal moment, right?
Yes.
Then my other two cards, I just have two more. I got the Ace of Swords, Winter. So I don't know if that means this winter or next winter. I almost feel like it's this winter. I think this might be the beginning of stirrings to really try to bring things together on what path to take. It's not going to be solving it, but I think it's going to be the path is what I'm feeling off of that card. And my last one says Ace of Cups, summer of next year. You know, does that mean something's going to start getting into play by summer of next year? I think that's interesting.
Could be.
But I feel good about all three of those cards.
I do too. And you know, they're Lisa, you're onto something there, because I was watching as I was trying to upload a video. It took me 4 hours to upload a video last night. But anyway, I watched a thing on electric cars and stuff, and I feel like there's a real big push, and we're going to start seeing a lot more advertising on that to get that, you know, because we all go this with, we need to get that, because we're bombarded on our social media. This lipstick, you need this lipstick, it never comes off. You know what I mean?
It's going to be more mainstream, because you know this kind of stuff is so kind of quirky underground sometimes, and I think that this concept is
they're bringing it into the mainstream.
Yeah.
And the car you guys that talking to the family here, the car I was looking at, it's modeled off the old school VW vans. I mean, I'm talking old school. I'm talking like the round one. You know what I mean? The cute. I used to have
the little hippie ones. Everybody loves those. Yeah.
So they're doing an electric one, and that's when I was watching that show last night, because of course it comes up on my feed, because I research it. You know, I've been researching it, and they're coming out in 2023. So
next year,
next year, and I feel like a lot of really cool cars are really starting to come out with the alternative ways of doing, you know, clean. And so Terry says 4 billion batteries of a plant announced in Kansas. So that's good. And so while I have Terry up here, hi Terry. And as you guys can see, Terry Renner at Holding Your Space. Check her channel out. Terry, if you can upload your link so people can go to your channel. Welcome. And I hope that you're feeling better. How are you feeling? Okay. Okay. All right. Good question, James.
Cool. I just subscribed, Terry.
Yay. Everybody go over there and subscribe while I'm looking for a question here.
I'm already subscribed.
Yay. Me too. I'm not sure what this means. I'm not sure what this means.
Do y'all hear that?
Yeah.
It's this weird, I don't know.
Squeaky noise. It reminds me of some movie. Do y'all hear that squeaky noise? What movie was that from? Did y'all hear that squeaking? Oh, Family Vacation, Christmas Vacation. That lady's sitting. She can't hear anything, right?
Right.
She's like, do you guys hear that squeaking noise? It ends up being a squirrel in the house.
Someone said earlier that we're probably being tapped.
Oh, okay.
Probably because the readings are that damn good. Yeah. Being tapped.
All right. So here's the question: will Texas grid be hooked to the national grid in 2023? Yeah, Marie heard it. Squirrel.
Rip.
Thank you, Lisa, for posting that. There's Terry's channel. Just click on that and you've got it.
I got a no on that. I'll pull a few cards.
National Grid.
I got a big no as well.
Okay, since we're all doing that.
I like what Terry said. It's our galactic guides tapping in here.
I got to know too, guys.
All right.
Look, I just pulled one card. I got the Scythe.
Yeah. There you go. That's one of those drop things. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should use that deck to see if I get a no. That'd be fun.
I'll use that deck too. Let's all use that deck. Well, I mean, we all don't have to, but I'm going to use that deck.
Do you have
I
this
don't
one
have
too?
Deck, so.
I don't have that deck, no.
Yeah,
no, that's what she was talking about.
Oh, is that the deck you use? No,
yeah.
My eyesight is failing.
I was like, oh, I don't have that deck.
Lack of sleep. My eyesight is off.
Well, I got the coffin from that deck, so I feel like that's a no.
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't actually get the no card, but that would have been funny, wouldn't it? But as I was shuffling and so forth, Marie, I heard that no, not yet. So don't lose hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using Andrea's deck. I'm going to pull one card, see what happens here.
Thank you, Lisa, for doing that. I appreciate it. We all appreciate. Thank you.
I got change with a big question mark.
Mm-hmm. So maybe that means that they're on the way to change, but they're not quite there yet.
Right.
So just not yet. I need to plug my computer in.
Oh. Yeah, because if you go bye-bye, we all go bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
So, Lisa.
So, yeah, there's just two of us here hanging out. How you doing?
How you
love the hair. I love the hair.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like
it's
it.
Hot.
Like that.
Yeah, it's hot. I don't want the braids touching me.
Makes sense. Yeah, I totally get that. I would do the same. I would totally do the same. Yeah.
How's everybody doing out there? Oh, Debbie's back.
Well, thank goodness.
We kind of didn't know what to do.
We've been talking about hair.
And I do like it too. I love it. I love your hair like that.
Hey.
In California in the summer, you have to have your hair out and up and away from your neck, and it can be
a lot.
I know it's not the South, but it can still get sticky in California, guys, especially on the coastal areas.
And the humidity is getting thicker here. Like we didn't really have a humidity thing. Now we do.
Yeah, you guys aren't used to humidity. See, that's our life here.
Yeah.
We totally get humidity. Yeah.
I noticed before moving away from San Diego that it was every year was getting a little more humid, and it was lasting those that September humid. It was starting earlier and ending later.
Yeah. It's definitely not an East Coast humidity, but nevertheless, it's there.
It's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11. I love that. So Libra lady, you can grab one of these shirts on Etsy. So you just go into Etsy and write in Regulate Dick Not Jane t-shirt, and you'll have lots of options.
I'm so getting one of those.
The only place I could find one, it was on Etsy.
Awesome.
You know, so far, other places haven't picked up on it. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Here I am, just hanging out like we're not, like we're not answering questions. All right, so let's move on. Thank you, Tina. Hi, Tina. Good to see you.
Ooh. Interesting question.
How will Ivana Trump's estate be split? Will 45 try and claim any part of that estate? Okay.
You know, I've been getting a vibe about him on her estate ever since she passed. And I think his whole thing is he is going to try to exploit it any kind of way he can. I don't know so much about him really tapping into the estate, but I think he's going to try to profit off of her passing somehow.
Oh, he already has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
Not through that. But him just trying to play the sympathy card is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she, as far as I understand, she left, as far as what I understand is she left everything to her to her mom and her grandchildren. That's what I understand. Now, will Trump try to contest and, you know, grift all that? I don't. Let's see. And not to, I do want to pause here and just say, you know, no matter what we feel about the family, I still want to send love and light to.
A loss is a loss. A loss.
Yeah, those grandbabies, 10 grandbabies, they because she actually, she was pretty. I mean, she was young to pass like that, and so these grandkids. So I just love and light to the family as far as their grief and their loss.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not 100% certain about how all that works, but I don't think an ex of that long
has any say or any.
No, unless she had something specifically written in there, and I just don't think she would.
Yeah, and I don't feel like he's going to be able. He won't necessarily directly get anything like that, but I do feel he'll use it as far as sympathy from his. I don't know why or how they would think he needs sympathy because he's married to someone else and he's been married a few times since her, and you know what I mean. But he'll use. I do feel that he won't hesitate to use that type of thing to gain money other ways. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my card show, I think he may try. Not that he will get anything. I have the 3 of Wands. And I feel like that, you know, not necessarily him, but like his team or somebody may look into it. I got the Sun, which is a strong yes for me. And then the 6 of Wands.
Oh, so he's thinking that. Are you saying he is gonna?
I think he is. I think he's going to try to claim. I mean, I'm going to use my pendulum to see what that has to say. But I mean, that's what my cards show. Not that he would win, but I think he's going to try.
You could be right. You could be right. You could.
And I got a yes on my pendulum too.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
You know, it's just that when I think a person is just so used to the greed and the when you're in that space, you know, a part of him probably feels that he is entitled to something. Who knows? I don't know, but it just Yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, exactly. Lalit says Trump stealing from his own grandchildren would be a very bad public age. I'm sure his lawyers will advise against it. I'm sure they will. And I don't think it will be something public, probably because that would be a bad look on him. But I wouldn't put it past him.
I feel like we're tapping a little bit into his desire, but
Maybe.
I think he's being, and you also tapped in on people around him probably advising him. I feel like they might be advising him to don't push that river. Don't push that. Stand loyal. Look loyal. You'll gain more financials by standing loyal to her. I feel like, yeah, that was on his mind. So we tapped into that energy of him. Yeah, he wants to try to do that. I feel like, and then the tapping in on the people around him are telling him, don't push that river. Show that love towards her and loyalty, and you're gonna gain more money that way than you would by anything that she might have in the estate.
Wow. Marie says he stole his niece and his brother's inheritance.
Oh yeah, he totally did. Yeah. And if you guys don't watch Mary Trump show, the Mary Trump show, find her on YouTube. Subscribe, follow her. She's awesome. Oh, my card. I'm using my cards, Christine. These are the cards I made, and I am ordering more of these guys. But this will be this side will be a little different. But I'm getting enough feedback that I can now order some more.
What'd you get, Lisa?
My cards are more about her planning of the money, not so much the 45 side. You guys seem to really outline that side well. I got Key and Cave. I think she's got her wishes on lockdown. I think she's really got it fairly specified what direction she wants her estate to go toward. I don't think he's a part of it. But as far as what it is, I think it kind of goes along with what we've already been talking about. I did get the gold mine card, so that's good. But I got Sprout and Home and Devotee. And I think she's really focused around her family. And I think this does have a lot to do with the grandchildren. And
sprouts, the little baby sprouts.
The baby sprouts, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think it's really, she's really, like, I think all of her planning was moving forward to the future of the younger generation in her little bubble. I don't think she was worried about 45, even the immediate kids, her own children. She might have divvied a little bit of something there, but I do think it was all about the grandbabies. Yeah.
Ian says, that he has never said a bad word against her, even though she has told the truth about him. Yeah, he's not going to bark up that. She's sitting pretty with that. There's another one. I think maybe I started another comment I wanted to comment on. Oh, all right. Changing gears a little here. I just will speak this. Yeah, so the squirrel that she rescued, and if you follow Lisa on Facebook, she uploaded a little video, and it was just heartbreaking. I'm like, oh no! And there's this little squirrel, and he's like suffering, but she rescued him or her, and so she put this up here because I asked her to keep me posted, because she said if he lasts through the night, and I have a rescue rehab person that will take him in the morning. And so I'm glad to see that he made it through the night. Lisa, thank you so much for what you did and what you do
sweet,
on
Lisa.
With our furries and our. So Thank you. And thank you for letting me
So
know. We will
sweet.
continue to pray for that little guy.
Hey, little guy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh,
You know, my
so
daughter is terrified of squirrels.
I am too.
Like, she has a real fear. She will go. We have this one little squirrel hangs out. If you talk to it, it will come up to you.
It's a girl. It's a
And
girl.
I said hello to it one morning, and it ran right up to me. And I was like, okay, buddy, hold on. You're cute and all, but I don't need you coming too close. I was surprised how freaked out I got for a second. But yeah, if she sees that guy when she goes downstairs, she will jet right back upstairs. She gets so freaked out. And I think
that's the whole thing. Oh, go ahead.
no, it was just, I think when she was little, she was at a park with her father, and a bunch of squirrels were out running around, and they all came towards them, and she was like, ah! Yeah, it was over since then.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Lisa?
Where I went to college here, that's the whole thing. That whole campus is just, the squirrels are just used to the people, and they just come up to you when you're sitting down on a bench or something. They're like, "Hey, what you got?"
The squirrels are like, "How you doing?"
Yeah, they're like, "How you doing?"
Thank you. No, since that one, I used to be like, so like, oh, look at the squirrels. Come here, I'll give you something. You know what I mean? But that one instance I had on the trail where literally it was like a gang of them surrounding us, like in the bushes, and the one that was confronting us, it literally was like a gang that was going to attack us.
They were like, "You're in our turf. What's up?" They got their little squirrel gang signs.
the sharks and the jets.
I'm looking around. Here's a squirrel, and I'm going up. Oh, hi, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like the energy coming off it. I'm like, oh, this is like I'd never experienced that. And then I'm like, what do I do? Because it's like an attack, and so I'm like looking, around. What do I do? I can't pass him on the trail because he's not letting me by. And I'm looking around, and I start seeing these little squirrels in the bushes, or in the trees and bushes.
Oh my God, that's hysterical!
Like waiting there, like they were all going to pounce. So I just kind of backed up and went the other direction on the trail.
Yeah, you got the Crips and Bloods of the squirrels
They
there.
They had little switchblades. They're tossing nuts in the air. They're like, "Yeah, come on, get over here."
So then we did some research on that trail in that area, and there was a lot of people who were saying that they had been attacked by the squirrels there. So
Wow,
that's crazy.
I know. So so I have a little bit of more of a healthy fear now. I had zero fear before then. I'm like going up to him like, "Hi, cute little." No.
I got a squirrel on my shoulder over here.
Charlie.
Yeah, look at her. She just made herself right at home.
Yeah. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
She goes on there now because I always call her pretty girl.
She is a pretty girl.
She does. And she sticks her little leg out too.
I see.
Yeah. That's her sexy look, guys. She's looking hot.
Yeah, she is.
It's not only fans. Settle down.
All right, Renee. Hi, Renee. Thank you for being here
Renee.
Today. Okay.
Oh, wow. What will be the most interesting or surprising news headlines?
Okay, and before we get that, I just want to read this because Barr says an email message from Trump was shared on Twitter. The email appeared to have a donate to Save America button under Trump's statement about her passing. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
He is crazy. No couth whatsoever.
None.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not surprised though, but still wow. Yeah.
All right. What will be the most interesting or surprising news headlines? 6 months post-midterm. Oh, so after the midterms, what kind of energy, what are we looking at Like what might we be hearing on the headlines? What kind of energy coming off the headlines? That's a fun question.
That is.
Squirrel phobia is a real thing. That is so true, Kevin.
Yeah.
What's the energy? Can't do. Kim Buck. I'm writing that down, Ian. Okay, 6 months after the midterms. What are we looking at? Gosh. I feel a race to get things passed because maybe we do have the majority in both the Senate and the House. But that's what I'm feeling. It's a race is what I keep hearing. It's a race. So work it, Charlie girl. Oh, there you go. Wow. Okay.
Ooh. These are interesting.
Yeah. I hope you're right, Wiki. Connie says squirrels have long fang in the front will bite you good. Thanks, Connie. Adding to my fear.
I got an interesting card.
Go for it.
I got Dragon with a Repairman. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of heat, a lot of stuff that's going to need taken care of, paid attention to. Tears and war. So I feel, it's going to be some more chaos. But I have also Wizard and Love Potion. So bringing in something to help heal this. But at the base of my deck, I have Broken Heart. So I think there's going to be some unsettlement that's going to take place.
Okay. Yeah, but I do sense that. Oh, Lisa, were you ready to go? And I just
No, you can go ahead.
So there's some questions coming. Oh, we're done with this. Is the last question. Okay. I feel like we might be able to eventually. I don't know if it's through the midterms or after it when people have to leave and they, whatever. But somehow we are going to take that house. We're going to have the majority there. So this is good. And that's where I was feeling that rush, that race. I feel like with that strength, they're going to try to get some things through and passed that need to before 2024, because we don't know what's going to happen then, right? So we don't know where it's going to be. So I feel like there's going to be a rush to do that. But it's looking good for the blue.
Oh, cool. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good. And this is my White House card. And that came in right after that. So I feel like I feel like we're going to be looking good. However, getting there is going to be a little concerning. But they are going to be addressing they're going to try to address all those concerns and move them forward. So all the concern, you're like, what are you looking? I see the story, and I'm trying to retell it, but they're trying to they're trying to address all the concerns while they can, because I do feel they're going to be able to have the majority here. And entertainment purposes only here. I'm reading the cards and just bringing in what they said, as far as it's going to be a race to get some of these things passed, and maybe even people onto the into the justice, right? Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Yep.
My cards, just gonna throw it out there. I got circus and I got fuel. I think there's going to be more of the circus going on. I think that's a lot of what some of the news is going to be. I even got weirdo and cauldron.
Oh.
So, the weirdo could be assigned to anybody that we think of. It pops in our head first. But these are the cards that kind of have me a little
at first.
like, right. These are the cards that have me think in a different direction here. I got Graveyard and Grim Reaper, and I think there might be a surprising passing of someone. Which isn't election related, but those two cards really made me feel more that way, as opposed to sometimes we do the whole, a change or a shift or something like that. I think somebody's it's going to be a surprise. That's all I got.
Lisa, everyone's ordering you to take a nap today.
Poor Lisa.
I probably do look tired. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
She's had a lot go on.
I've been busy, guys. Yeah.
Been busy over there. We do have Dream Team later.
Oh my gosh, I didn't post it or anything. Yes, we do have
But we don't have to do it if you are too.
I forgot.
But you have a lot.
We need to do it.
Okay.
I'll post it. Sorry.
All right. So all right. So if we didn't get to your question, I have them here, and I will do an upload a video later, kind of going through the questions that we missed. But we're running over to the couch now, guys. So here we go. Boop, 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 boop.
Although I'm on it. That was Charlie.
She always has to be the first there, So.
I know. Charlie's overachiever.
Charlie's like, I'm taking a nap regardless of what you guys are doing today.
And she's making me drowsy. She's making me more drowsy.
So if you are have a question in regards to, and you want me to look at it in another video that I just do an upload on, just go ahead and pop it in, because I'll come back here and get all the questions off here. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for all the wonderful questions today, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Great question.
Okay, so for those of you who are new, thank you for hanging out with us today. I know we get a little cray-cray, but
it's expected now.
We're family. We're all family here. We all are. But right now, what we do is we kind of go through. Do we do the prayers at the end, or we're on vacation, guys?
We've been doing the prayers at the end, I think.
Okay, so we'll wait till the prayers. So we do our little chat first, and then we go into the prayers. Yeah. Okay, but while we do our little chit chat, if you guys have prayers, go ahead and put them on there. Know that we also do like an overall prayer for unspoken prayers. So if you're not wanting to put anything up, we do cover that as well. For those of you who are in the chat and those who are just watching. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go back here. So today we wanted to talk about, we wanted to discuss challenging the dominant, and what does that mean to challenge the dominant? Just for me, being an empath and my story, I haven't been one to challenge the dominant always. If something's said, it might make me feel uncomfortable, but I don't challenge it. That needs to change, and we're here to talk about some of that. Um, it's time to, and so on a globally, we're seeing it happen as a whole shift, and we need to investigate and make accountable. So even on a personal level, into a global level, how do we challenge the dominant and change that? Change that energy of needing that energy of dominance over, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's so much here to unravel in just a few minutes, but Sonja, you had something earlier when I was telling you about it to say in regards to that as well.
Well, I mean, one of the things that you can do for yourself is to just start in your own space, in your own world, right? Because when you think of things on a global scale, that feels so big. And some of us may feel like, well, what's little me going to do on a grander scale, right? But what you can do is just start in your own life with the people in your surroundings. So when someone says something that makes you feel uncomfortable, or someone says something that you know is wrong, we really need to learn not to keep quiet and just accept it. And learning to just speak using your voice to speak, to say, you can say, I'm uncomfortable with what you just said, or I don't like that, or that's unacceptable. And it's not coming from a place that when you set that intention that you're not going to have, because the biggest thing I know for a lot of people, they don't want confrontation. Who does? That's doesn't feel good. And if you come from a place of setting that intention of like, I'm not going to have a confrontation with this individual, and to speak letting them know that, they may come back at you in a confrontational way. And you can easily say, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm just letting you know that's not okay. And you can walk away, leave them to deal with that. Or if you feel like you're in a place where you feel strong enough to have that conversation with that individual of why that wasn't right, then go for it. But you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere in learning to use your voice. And it can be uncomfortable, but that's the problem. I think a lot of us, we've experienced so much of not saying anything. And those that feel like that dominance, it feels that they can say and do anything. And it's time for us to speak up and say, no, that's not okay.
Yes. So it starts here, and that it will be a ripple effect to combat the global, enough is enough. So recognizing that energy when it's at play, and recognizing too how we react to it, and make that change within ourselves, because that literally is part of loving ourselves too, right? Fran, thank you so much. Blessings to you.
Thank you, Fran.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you. So, Lisa, I know you've been busy clicking. Did you, and thank you for doing that. I was missing it.
The woman behind the curtain. Personally, I've learned recently I've got 4 planets in Libra, which means I'm all about that little balance, right? I do tend to be very laid back, and I do have a history of not being so confrontational. I do more negotiating than anything, or just walking away. But I also think that as far as standing up to the dominant, I tend to do that more when it's concerning other people than myself. If it's somebody else, I'm all in. I'm saying something. If it's something dealing with myself, I try to be diplomatic about it. But I've noticed that in recent months, that has changed a little bit. And I think that as an empath, and as we all are, I think you all will be surprised that if you step into that a little bit and be more assertive, you will enjoy the outcome of that. It's don't be afraid to kind of step in there. and it's not something that'll backfire on you. Use a little finesse about it. Yeah, you can be challenging without being invasive and harmful. And I think sometimes that gets confused. That if you are challenging, you're just being shitty. But that's not what it's about. It's about standing up for yourself, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but yes, to do that, I mean, I agree with everything both of you said. It's the things you say, it's the way you feel, and it's having those right intentions, and being confident about it. So that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, baby steps, because it takes time, and the more you do it, the more you're going to be comfortable with it. I used to be the biggest introvert on the face of the planet. Yeah, me. And it took a really long time. I mean, I used to freak out to talk in front of people, to use my voice. And I kept working on it and working on it and working on it until I got to a comfortable space with that. And there are times where I still feel a little uncomfortable when I have to confront someone about something. But then there's other days where I feel really strong and in my power. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So it's practice. It's a lot of practice.
And
that's awesome. I love that, Pat.
For those who are just listening and not watching us, Pat puts up, says, be the kind of woman that when your feet hit the floor in the morning, Satan says, oh shit, she's awake.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, I love that.
And also speaking to the men who allow that to happen in their lives too. We have a lot of empathic men who just kind of go, oh, okay. No, it's the whole spirit of it that needs to be stopped. And when we do it here, it's going to start rippling into globally. It's just like one of those energies that kind of keep us all clouded and boxed in. And so, yes, enough is enough. And what was I going to say? We don't have to be assholes about it. You know what I mean? Use knowledge and compassion and love. Come from that place when you stand up, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely coming from a good place.
Yes.
And because we're just trying to stop that energy of needing and requiring dominance to, get me going on that, right? And Suzanne says, my guides say to speak your truth, no need to be right. Yeah. Amen. Yeah, so that's where you're coming from, that place of love, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And Tracy says, I think we have to try to be authentic and say our thoughts, and remembering that we are all entitled to speak. I do not have to agree with everyone, but I can respect their freedoms as well as mine. Well said.
Very nice, Tracy.
All right. So enough is enough. We no longer want to be under that energy any longer. Globally, personally, we have a right to be here as much as the person right next to us who might be using, and they might not even know that they're in that pattern of dominance. You know what I mean? In using their words, or it can be shown on different, on the spectrum of dominance, right? So they might not even know that they generally maneuver their world through dominance.
Yeah, a lot of that is letting others
shit out, right? And so they can open their eyes too, right, Lisa? Yeah.
Sometimes we need to let others know how to treat us, because if you get that pattern set, that's how it's going to be. Let them know
there,
right up front. No, this isn't how it's going to be when you're having any kind of relationship or interaction or anything with me. Set those boundaries.
absolutely.
It's important.
Just quickly, I just want to share, when I was young, I had this boss once. I was working at this job, And, you know, I was talking, I have the gift of gab, and I'm like joking and having a good time. And it was during a busy time at work. And he comes out and he publicly embarrasses me and screams at the top of his lungs at me. And I was so taken off guard. And I'm thinking, how do I deal with this? Right. Because I had to walk away. I was like shaken and upset. And, you know, I told my supervisor, like, I can't believe he did that. And she said to me, well, you know, you were talking this. And I said, I understand I was in the wrong, but he didn't have to do that. So I took a moment to gather myself and I went to him and I said, can I talk to you? Now, mind you, I'm like, this was like my freshman year of college or something like that. So this is like my first big thing of where I had to confront someone. And I said to him, I said, you know, I understand that I was in the wrong and, you know, I'll be more mindful of that, but I don't like how you spoke to me. And if you have a problem with me, I'm going to need you to pull me aside and discuss that with me. And he was like, oh, well, you know, he said all this stuff or whatever. And I was like, okay, I get that, but I don't want you to do that again. And it took everything in my body to be able to go and stand up to him to say that. But it's important, just that's what triggered it, what Lisa said. You have to tell people how to treat you. And that's what I did. I told him, if you want to discipline me, that's fine, but you're not going to scream and yell at me. You need to pull me aside and tell me what I did wrong. Right. So it's important.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Seascape said. Teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Sherry says that she goes out of her way to broker a compromise. Confrontation makes me physically ill. Yes, a lot of us, Sherry. That's an empath. And that's why we avoid these things and why we've allowed that dominance to take over. But we need to change that, and we need to change that within ourselves, confront that. And because if we don't change in our little areas, we need us to do it here, to do it globally. You're seeing it playing out between the Republicans and the Democrats right now. And so, you know, that whole, we see it play out all the time. We're seeing it playing out with Donald Trump, how he dominates. This is how he maneuvers. We need to stop that global energy, and it starts with us in our own little circles. And we're not, you know, it's not about being an asshole. It's about teaching others how to treat you correctly.
And don't get me started on the ugly, angry cry, because that's what I do. If I'm super, super angry and pushed, it makes me cry. And then I get mad because I'm crying. It's like, I'm not crying because you're being mean to me. I want to kill you. You know? So that happens a lot too. So, you know, hey, if you got to cry. But while you're crying, in between those tears, let them know how you feel, you know.
Yeah, I do that. I do the shaky cry thing. I'm like,
oh, it's terrible.
And if you need to take a moment to compose yourself, do it. Go for it. Say, you know what? We're going to carry this conversation in a minute.
I'm going to talk to you in an hour.
I'm going to leave before I kill you. I'll be right back.
That's right.
Sherry does get angry, cry, ugly, and cry too. Yeah. Sherry, I feel like a lot of us empaths do that because we're just like, what do we do with this energy? Feeling all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, so enough is enough with that. Like, just say, if you're in that situation, enough is enough. And let's move into providing a teaching moment. I love it. Okay.
I tried to pin some prayers, but there weren't many that I saw when I was looking. So
but that's okay, because we do cover as well unspoken ones. And so, and I also have a little prayer that we can just kind of all say together as well. So let's look in here. So Pamela got on earlier. She has COVID, and she got on to put her prayer request in, but had to go to bed because it's really kicking her ass. This is the second time. I think it's her second time with COVID. And
I'm in that boat. I had it twice. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Big hug, Pamela.
Yeah. So, And whoever does Reiki, she's welcoming that in as well.
I'll send you some Reiki, Pamela.
And then we have the protection of the Democratic vote. And I do want to continue to pray for our little squirrel friend family.
Yes.
Little family friend.
Tracy said there was something for Cappy's mom. Did you get that?
Cappy's mom. I think Cappy's mom, for her family, I think Cappy's mom passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll be praying for her family. Yes, she was a part of our community here, significant part, moderator on many, many channels, very, very loved, and she's very missed in our family here, our community. But we'll continue to send up love and light to her as she in her transition, and also for her family here. We have pray for Ukraine. And
a prayer request just came in from Sherry and Connie B.
Okay. Sherry. Okay. And Connie. Oh, I hate it, Connie. And another one for Connie, for the boys. They're turning 36 on Friday.
No.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, her son came in earlier. Okay, Tracy. Cappy's mom. All right.
Oh, there's one for Teresa.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And Steph. All right, so let's go ahead and link in, you guys. And we're going to just step in together. And you can literally close your eyes. You don't have to. But visualize this all together, this whole family. And we're linking in side by side, connecting in. And we're putting all these prayer requests, including the ones that were not spoken, and we're bringing them in together into the middle of the circle where you see the eternal source of healing and love. And together we're just putting the prayers into that eternal source of love and healing. But I don't know if you guys can feel it, but I just feel the massive love in this connection. And if you want, you can repeat after me this prayer that we can say together. With beauty before me, I walk with beauty. I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me.
I walk with beauty behind me.
I walk with beauty around me.
I walk with beauty around me.
I walk with beauty below me.
I walk with beauty below me.
And I walk with beauty above me.
I walk with beauty above me.
I walk and everything has become beauty again.
And everything has become beauty again.
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 Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Aho.
Aho.
Beautiful. So it is.
And he says prayer for the most benevolent outcome. Yes. of an operation. So adding that into the prayers. Oh, there's 2 more prayers that we'll add on to the list here. Yeah, that's beautiful outcome. All right. Well, I'm still in that. Like I just
feels so good.
It feels so good, you guys. Blessings to you all. And love and light. And remember, we always encourage you to come back in and just link in whenever you need it this week.
Bathe in it. I just feel like bathing in that right now. I'm just like, ooh, yes.
Yeah. And,
yes.
That was powerful.
It was. I'm buzzing.
I
That's
felt that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I feel like we'll just go ahead and leave that at that. And blessings to you all. And we'll see you all next week.